Zero Dawn, and you're listening to the Game Fix podcast.
All right, partner. You know what time it is.
Let's go crazy! Crazy!
It feels so good to be back. Welcome to another edition of the Game Fix podcast. I am Spanish.
And I am Verlaine. Make sure to check out our website, gamefix.ning.com, and our streaming goes on at twitch.tv/gamefix.
Yeah, GameFix. Yeah, and if you want to follow us on social media and say hi and what's up, you got any questions, comments, concerns, or anything you just want to say hi, go to our social medias. Just search for @GameFixShow. It's pretty much everywhere: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. We're there. Find us. Would you like to play a game? That's my game thing. Whatever. But first, to start off the show, I'll just get it out of the way. I know a lot of people are big fans of his work, as I know we are as well. But happy, if he was still alive today, happy 100th birthday to Jack Kirby. He made comics such as Captain America, Darkseid. I don't know. You can name a few, I'm sure.
I probably can't. Captain America's one.
Captain America's cool, yeah. So yeah, happy 100th. Okay, so this show is gonna, I feel like, is gonna go in a lot of different directions. I'm pretty excited about it, and the reason why I'm excited about it is we're going to play Thing or Not a Thing. We haven't played it in a while, so let's get to that. So there's a lot to get to. Also, there's a lot of Overwatch news that we haven't got a chance to talk about, and some stuff that, well, it's new and we got to get into it as well. Also, is Xbox One already stop making the Xbox One? What? Have they already stopped making it? We're gonna get into this. I know your mind is already blown, and that's what I like about this. We're getting that, and we have a little movie news on the back end, as usual. So let's start off by saying what we've been playing this week. How about I go first this week?
Okay.
Since I've been gone, at least for
since you've been gone.
There a couple of things has happened. I played a new game. Okay, let's get that out of the way first. So I played a new game. I borrowed it from Link. It's some game that I've been trying to at least get from him, just because I'm waiting for him to stop playing it. It was Witcher 3. I haven't gotten a chance to play it, so I have been playing it. I'm a few hours into it, and let me say, dude, this game is not all it was cracked up to be, and I'm very disappointed.
Oh, really? I thought I was the only one who wasn't really into this series.
Look, well, I played the first one. I played both of them. I played all three. I think I played more of two than I ever played of one. But it wasn't a lot. Like a friend had it, I think, and then I just kind of like tried it out. In this case, I actually get a chance to kind of sit down and play through it, and I've gone a couple of hours through it. So I'm still trying. I'm giving it a chance, and I think that's what I need to do, is give it a little bit more of a chance, because I feel like the fighting in it is not very fluent. I'm sure a lot of people are disagreeing with me, but at this point, like I said, I haven't played a lot of it, so I want to get back into it. But at this point, my first reaction is meh. We'll see.
I played the second one, and I never played the third one, but based on the second one, like I wasn't into it. I'm not a big role-playing guy.
Yeah.
And it still had like the role-playing animations in a fight, which are like barely any. And that's what I didn't like about it, because it looks like it'd be a Shadow of Mordor type game.
Sure.
But it's not at all.
No, it's not.
And I'm not into that type of game.
The dialogue's cool. The storyline seems to be pretty strong. So I'm hoping that actually kind of helps me out as I'm playing it, because I'm like, I kind of want to know what's going on. So that's good. But as far as the actual gameplay and actual playing it, I don't know. I'm just not that impressed. Oh,
I saw a video.
I'm pissing off a lot of people.
there was a guy who he went to a farm and there were like 2 cows. So he killed the 2 cows, and then he meditated for a few hours so the cows would spawn. He went and killed them again, meditated, and kept repeating it. All of a sudden, this beast just comes out of nowhere and starts like attacking the whole like place. This giant monster. It was weird. I don't play the game, so I don't know how often, but it was like posted as if, hey, look what we just saw. This has never happened. So just kill a bunch of cows and you'll see it.
All right. Okay. I'll definitely go on a cow killing spree now. I appreciate that.
As well,
hopefully,
you should.
Hopefully, no animal rights activists are listening. It's just a game. It's just a game. I'm not
just
really
cows.
Not a real thing. Not a real thing. But yeah. So I played a little bit through that. I want to see a little more. And I've played some Overwatch, but we'll get into more of that. But there is one game that I want to come out and say that I finally did it, and it was something I wanted to do, and plus there was a trophy involved, and I feel like with this game I'm getting all the trophies. So far I'm 100% with trophies until the DLC comes out. But Horizon Zero Dawn, I have beaten the game again, but in this case I have beaten it on ultra hard mode.
You did it pretty fast.
I did it pretty well. It took about 2 weeks.
Yeah,
But
but
it wasn't.
the whole game.
I didn't play every day either.
Yeah.
But and I didn't play any side stories. I just played the main storyline, went through it. And I didn't listen to anybody talk. I was just kind of going through it because I already know what's going on. But I wanted to play it because I do like the challenge, and I think I mentioned a few weeks ago as far as the game goes, as far as the ultra hard goes. Was it on the air or was it? I think I just told you about it. Well, let me say it now.
No.
What? No.
No, you didn't tell me about it.
Okay. No. Yeah. Well, when it comes to playing that game in particular on ultra hard, it actually feels like more real. It feels like that's actually the difficulty it should be set on. Because if you were in this time where these robot dinosaurs or horses or whatever they are running around this world, it would be very hard to survive in this world because they see you, they want to kill you. Like everything in this game wants to kill you.
Yeah.
A lot of the humans want to kill you too. So like when I finally got to the point where I was like, all right, I'm going to go with the ultra hard and see if this is even feasible for me to play. It not only was it feasible, but it really felt like this was the way you're supposed to play the game. Like this is the way they actually made the game to play. So if you have played through it, I highly suggest you at least try ultra hard. Don't be scared. Give it a go. I mean, it's hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's not easy, but I think it's worth it.
So
I think it's absolutely worth it, and you owe it to yourself to do it. So do it.
So it actually it's that different of a game, like the way the AI thinks and reacts to you.
On top of that, there is no health bar for any of the AI. So you don't know how far they are until they're dead.
Oh, right.
So it's actually kind of that makes it way more difficult. And then a lot of the times they can sense where you are further away from them. Even ducking and walking around them can set them off and they can turn around. So like it makes it that much harder. You have to like really sneak around if you're trying to do that or just run through it as fast as you can.
Yeah.
But yeah, all in all, I love this game. Horizon Zero Dawn for me is the game of the year. There's no doubt about it. And I can't wait for the DLC, and it should be soon. Should be. So, yeah. How about you? What have you been playing?
I've only been playing Overwatch.
That's your game this week. I love that you went back to it though.
Yeah.
You always go back to it. Okay. Well, what's happening now?
Well, today was the end of competitive.
Yes.
It ended at 8 o'clock, so it ended 40 minutes ago. So at 7:30, I was like, I have half hour to kill before we meet up. I'm gonna go ahead and play until it's over, because like starting maybe like the beginning of the week, once it's said there was a week left, I was playing all competitive until we started joining with people who couldn't.
Oh yeah.
So I was playing all competitive, and I'm doing really good. I'm winning maybe 3 for every 1 loss. So I played 2 games, won both. That's why I went a little bit over, and I had to be like the last game played because right after it was the end. Like no one else could play competitive, but it was sweet. I ended on a good note. I made my season high.
Yeah.
And now I wait for season 6, which I am excited about.
Dare I ask, what was your season high?
1958.
Oh, okay.
My career high is 2144, which still isn't good, but due to 3 and 4, how they did that weird placement, that's what screwed me and a lot of people out of where we should have been.
Dude, we had 9 wins and a tie. Is that what we had?
You
Something
had that because I played one more because you got kicked out of one match. Remember?
Yeah, that's right.
So I had a perfect. You had perfect and 1 draw.
That's right.
And we got placed lower than we've ever been. We've never even been bronze.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, this is gonna be great.
Yeah.
I can't wait. And it was just like,
I was excited.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So season 6 though.
I gotta be honest, dude. It put a bad taste in my mouth for competitive. It really did.
It was. And look, they mentioned in the developer update they made a mistake, and I guess they're so in tune with their community that they kind of try to empathize. So what they did was they were like, okay, we are going to still base them off their skill. So if your skill level will go from a 1 to 10. If you were a 5, what they're going to do is they're going to place you at a 3, because if you're a 5, you'll make it back to 5 and you'll feel good about how you're progressing so fast in the beginning because you'll just kick 3 and 4's ass.
Yeah.
That wasn't happening because they were putting everyone back. So instead of me being stuck with a bunch of like weaker people and moving up, I'm still stuck with the golds who got pushed down. So now we're just at a standoff. Plus, since we're in bronze, we're being mixed in with everybody who genuinely is new. So then you have a team of people who aren't good, and then whatever. It was just really...
Yeah, it was offsetting.
It kind of backfired. It gave us the bad taste. But now they're making up for it. We're going to be placed appropriately.
Yeah.
All right. So they're not going to base it on anything we've done. They're going to base it purely on skill. And if you were to do 10 placement matches and suck, you're going to get placed low. But if you lose all of them and you still are good for your character, then you're going to still place. You could still end up placing gold or higher.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to get into more of what's going on.
That's fine. Yeah, we might as well. Let's just do it.
And another big thing for season 6 that they just announced was decay, rank decay, and that only previously happened to Diamond and up. If you didn't play for like a day, you could, or if you kept losing, you could lose and go down a whole tier. Everybody else, if you're gold for that season, all you could do is go up. So you can be gold and still have 1540 as your SR, which is way not gold. But because you started gold or you made it to gold, you can't go down. So then people would make it to like platinum and then just stop playing so that they end the season really high. Well, now, if you lose, you can be knocked out of platinum and go back down to gold. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, totally. There's do you want to keep going as far as Overwatch? We'll just start talking about let's talk about the big one. How about that?
The big one?
The big one. I actually put a poll on our website a few days ago, so it's over now. But we do this every once in a while, so please follow us on our Twitter at GameFixShow for the next poll, because it'll be up soon.
We love poll.
The poll was Mercy's new updates in Overwatch. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Or what is Overwatch? And before we explain to you what the whole changes are, 31% love it, 63% hate it, and only 6% say, what is Overwatch? So I always have to throw that in there because I want to know the people that don't even know.
We know they know what Overwatch is.
Yeah, I know. But 63% hate it. Verlaine, go ahead and explain the actual update for Mercy, because this is interesting.
Mercy, like Diva, is getting a a new power, a new ability.
More or less.
And side note, if they keep doing this, this could be their way of keeping Overwatch fresh. They don't have to keep adding characters. They could just rework their fucking abilities, almost like they're growing with age and getting better.
I mean, it really tells. It's another thing that tells you as far as like what Blizzard does as far as what they do is, you know, like for their gamers out there, because they don't need to make a new game every single year. The updates keep coming in. People are happy. People are still playing. They do it right. They do it right. Yeah. And like you said, Mercy, go ahead.
Mercy. So Mercy is getting a huge rework. Unfortunately, it's not the one I wanted. The single res at 50 alt 50%. But what they're doing is they're taking and they're eliminating her resurrect alt, so she doesn't do resurrect anymore.
She doesn't do like 5%.
Yeah, she can't. And the reason for that was, you would know, because when I have my alt and it's coming to the end of the match, what do I always say?
Die.
Yes, get together and die. And they addressed that exact speech that I tell you guys. They don't want people to do that. They don't want, and what it is, and it happens to us too. You go in with D.Va, nuke, kill 5 people, their Mercy comes in and brings them back to life. That makes you feel like garbage, like you just wasted your time. So again, in their empathetic state, they want to stop that from happening. They want people to still play when it comes down to those moments. So they got rid of it, and now it is an ability, and it only works on one character at a time. So it'll be an ability, use it, and then it has a cooldown, but I guess the cooldown is going to be a lot, like probably one of the highest that anyone has. But it's okay with me, because that's what I would do anyways. If you are a good Mercy, you know who to be healing when everyone's healed, and that's D.Va. Pretty much any tank, D.Va and Reinhardt and Roadhog, big guys, Winston, because they are just getting so much like chip damage and shit from just nonstop that's how I ult so fast, and that's how I can run around.
In our case, Symmetra.
Huh?
I said in our case, Symmetra.
Yeah, or Symmetra. But that's how you get to go around and res one person. Hey, everybody gets one. Res a single person. You know, so that kind of fits what I do anyways. So they took out the alt, made it a single person resurrect ability. The alt is now called Valkyrie. And what Valkyrie does is it gives Symmetra the ability to fly. That's the biggest thing. We, in past episodes, have mentioned that we thought the new character at some point would be someone who could fly, because that's one ability that nobody has yet, to fly freely just around the map.
I mean, Pharah has the closest thing to it,
right?
But it's just a jetpack, so
right. So it's not. So that in itself is huge. She can fly freely around the map. When she's in this mode, everything is amplified. She has now this could all be changed, which a lot of it hopefully will be. But from what I've seen, she has infinite ammo with her pistol when she's in that mode, and it's also stronger. Her healing and power up chain like lightning to people, characters that are close to each other, and she can fucking fly. I think a lot of people are going to.
I can't wait to see what this actually looks like and feels like when you play it, because I'm kind of excited, man.
Yeah, I've seen some PTR stuff, but I don't go by that, and I don't watch it a lot because right now there's so much stuff going on in PTR.
Oh my god!
That it's all going to be different. Like, I mean, even if they change her, they're not going to change what we know.
Oh, right.
They'll just change her how much damage. But
I mean, thankfully they didn't take away her res though.
Right, it's still there.
It's still there, but it's just a secondary ability.
Right.
So you can do one res at a time. I'm guessing it's probably a 15-second cooldown, at least, right?
I have no idea. That's weird.
It's got to be big. That's all. The only thing I can think of, it's got to be a big cooldown.
because you're saving someone a whole spawn.
Right.
So I'm excited. I'm not excited because I know a lot of people are going to try being her right off the bat. The only thing that would save me in that case, because Mercy's my main, if no one knows, the only thing that would save me is if they also release the Diva update and the Junkrat update all at once, so that it kind of distracts people from just focusing on, like, first days of Doomfist, you're not going to get Doomfist.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, and I could see, I think that the only people that would be mad are people that know she is a rather easy character to be. There's a lot of characters on the roster that people be like, oh, it's so easy to be. They're like a 1-star character. And that's true. Like, you could pick up Soldier and get kills. He's a 1-star, easy to play. But he's not, it doesn't end there. There's soldiers that know how to play better than normal soldiers. And that's the thing. Now that Mercy, guarantee her difficulty level will go up 2 or to a 2 or 3.
Sure.
That's going to make a huge difference, because now these people can't just sit there and let their ult get up and then just hide the whole match, just to kind of get that reverse thing going on.
Yeah, I'm into that. I like that.
I am down. I like difficult characters. I like easy. I was playing Symmetra before her buff, and I was good with her. And yeah, her beam homes on people, and it's easy to just shoot someone in front of you. But I mean, a lot more goes into that. The fact that she's brittle, strategically placing turrets and doing more than just killing people. So that's Mercy.
That's Mercy. Okay, so let's real quick. I just want to mention as far as Overwatch goes. So they did a video finally for May. It kind of shows her backstory. Her origin, if you will. They called it Rise and Shine. It's like a 10-minute video just of her kind of coming to Overwatch, or coming back to Overwatch, if you will. Did you like it? Or were you into it?
I mean, quick? It explains where it's not even a real origin. Like, she was already part of it.
Right. It's kind of it's after Winston's message of trying to get Overwatch back together, like at the beginning.
So it's like
I made a chrono accelerator, like that.
Like a mid quill.
Yeah. Real quick, after watching that video, I feel like May could actually wield Thor's hammer. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think so, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So, okay, cool. Go, if you want to watch it, our website, gamefix.ning.com, it's there. You could watch it along with other videos like these. There's going to be a new map.
Yes.
It will be a new escort map.
Yes.
It is called Junkertown. So it's pretty much Junkrat's origin city, or wherever he's from. It's a funny video. Again, those videos are up there as well. But yeah, dude, I'm excited. I'm actually almost bored with a lot of the escort maps. Like, I need something new. And listen, this is like what you said before. You just kind of keep putting out new things every once in a while, keep people hooked. And this is just another thing that's going to keep me wanting to play the game again and again.
Yeah, I like the escort maps the best. Yep. I mean, I like the capture maps, but some of them I don't. Horizon is my least favorite map made. I don't know why. I think it feels too unrealistic for Overwatch. Like, I know it's in the moon, but it's like, I feel if I went up in the sky and looked at it top down, it would look like a Pac-Man map.
Kind of.
Like a level of a Pac-Man. I don't know. I mean, like, some people like that, and that's part of the map's charm, is it's just all open area. Like, you can be attacked and get to any point from any direction.
Yeah.
But yeah, go Overwatch.
So we're looking forward to that Junkertown. That'll be cool. Whenever that, it just says coming soon. We're not really sure exactly when that's going to be released. I would imagine that'll probably be on the PTR before anything else. Anyway.
Well,
am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. It's going to be soon, because not only did the competitive season end today, but the event ended today.
That's right. That's right.
Usually,
Summer Games ended today. That as well.
So competitive will start in
like
a week or two.
I'll tell you what. I was excited for Summer Games because I didn't get Summer Games in the first time around. Because I didn't have them yet. and I was so underwhelmed by Summer Game.
Yeah, I didn't know why they were doing it in, because look, last year it was relevant because we had a fucking Olympics were going on. You know,
that makes sense. Yeah,
they
and this
were
year
going
there really
on,
was.
and this year it
why
was.
did they bring it?
Yeah, and look, if you've played Rocket League at all,
Oh my
Lucio
god,
Ball
it just
seems
made
so
me
stupid.
understand how good Rocket League is.
Yeah,
Yeah, thanks, Lucio Ball. You suck. So,
yeah, Lucio Ball is not really.
It's
my
not.
thing.
It's like, man. I don't know. All right. Let's get away from Overwatch. It's a lot of Overwatch talk, but I love it. I love it, dude. The game's awesome. So good. If you haven't played it, you need to at least try. Man, it's so good. Real quick, let's get into some. Oh yeah, Switch. So apparently, there was a little hint online about a possible VR for the Switch. Is this something that you would be excited about? I guess if you were to get a Switch.
I wouldn't be excited. I'm
No.
highly interested.
Hmm.
It wouldn't surprise me if they did something like that. But then you got to think about the technology. And I don't think that you can dumb down the graphics enough to make the technology of virtual reality work on that system at all. So what I think they're going to do, if this, I mean, I've seen all the Twitter picture or whatever that they put up. If it does mean VR, I don't think it means VR. I think it's going to be something more to just, I don't even know how it would be. It would be like 3D, but not really VR. Like
it would be video game. Like it wouldn't be like, oh man, this looks like a real. It would be like I'm in video game land.
Right. It would be like still just a screen in front of you. You can't look around, but it's 3D because they would just implement the Nintendo 3D technology into a headset, but there's no way that they can make a game big enough to where this matters. So it would be more like just a stagnant whole. You look like you're in a whole world. Maybe when you turn your head, you'll see some sort of 3D landscape. But who knows? I mean, they are set up for something like that, being, having the remote everything. And
yeah, well, I mean, obviously this is not a for sure thing. Nintendo hasn't come out with this. This is just, merely a hint, or it could be nothing. Who knows?
Code, but it was code in the.
I want to know more.
It was code in the Nintendo Switch.
That's right.
Yeah, it could be nothing. But why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't Nintendo try? And they had the Virtual Boy.
I would feel like Virtual Boy. I would feel like obviously they would at least put it in there in case that was like, okay, we can totally do this. This is something we want to do. But like I guess they have the option to always do it. It's open. They don't have to write it into the software. Like it's there.
What if
I don't know how that's gonna work.
What if this is just code because they plan on putting /remastering Virtua Boy, so they could put the emulators on the Switch, but they would have to still sell some separate headset. But you know how Virtua Boy was. It was like still,
It was what?
It was still, and then I made a hand motion. Sorry. Oh. Like just in one place, like stationary. So maybe that's it. Maybe they're just prepping for Virtua Boy emulation.
Oh my God, really? Oh God.
I'm surprised that the Switch doesn't have 3D. Like, I get that people seem to not want 3D, so they put out the 2DS. But 3D is still awesome.
Awesome. Like,
it's still great. Sweet. The 3DS, I think, is a pretty sweet console.
For sure. There wasn't a lot.
Too many people got headaches. Get a stronger brain. Strong brains, no achy head.
And on that note, let's get into thing or not a thing. I got a lot to get to. So, Verlaine, this should be fun for at least you. I don't know if anyone's listening. All right. And how this is played, I just, it's kind of a there's a bunch of news, and we want to get through them all quick.
So
but we want to always talk about them because I think they're important. I think people will enjoy it.
You take the position of every news anchor.
Yes,
and I take the position of every viewer.
Every viewer, and what I do is I ask for Lane if this story is a thing or not a thing, and he tells me why it's either a thing or not a thing.
And I represent everyone.
He represents you, so sorry about that. Apologies up front. Thing or not a thing? Apparently, the developer of Age of Empires has announced Age of Empires 4. Is this a thing or not a thing?
Absolutely not. It's not a thing. Not for me.
Why is it not a thing?
I've never touched an Age of Empires. I think that was one of them games that I flipped the back over and didn't even understand what they were trying to tell me.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm not into it. I believe it's one of those strategy conquer games.
Yeah,
right?
It's like you have to build your
Like
city
populous.
up from like the Stone Age and that, and then you attack those. So there's a form of attack, but it's it's the top down view of a game.
Yeah, populous.
So no,
Look
pretty
it
much.
Old as fuck, but sweet.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So not a thing. That's quick. See, just like that. Not a thing.
That works. I like it. I can do it.
We could do this. Now, as far as Final Fantasy 15, actually, to be exact. Now the director says that nude mods, nude as in clothless mods, are up to the moral sense of the community. So he's not really into it. He doesn't really want you really to do it. But he does say, which is something that I was like, wow, that's actually kind of interesting. He says, this is part of the culture of gaming these days. These people, it's a thing they've bought. It's their game now, he said. And I don't think it's a good thing, but we're going to leave it to the moral sense of all the players out there. I basically want, as a principle, to give as much freedom and as little limitation on it as possible. Is this a thing or not a thing?
This is a thing, but I think for reasons that other people wouldn't really catch. Look, morally, yeah, if you're just going to put nudity and allow it in a community, it's just going to amplify and become more and more, and then it's going to be like Second Life. Oh yeah, Second Life, where it's just porn everywhere, people pretending to do each other. What I got out of this is something very important, in him saying, you bought the game, you own the game.
Your game.
How many stories out there of the companies trying to do stuff now, whether I'm with it or not, they try to like ban you from playing the game, or they say you can't hack or mod this game. Well, they bought the game. They're not renting it from you, or else that's false advertisement. So in that sense, he might be validating that, yes, indeed, like, you do own the game. Once you buy that game, you own it. So if you want to do whatever the fuck you want with it, do it. And a lot of companies make it seem like, hey, at any point, we could just ask for this game back. We could just stop this game from working. In fact, I've bought a lot of games that should have worked, and the companies just like abandoned them like 6 months after. Could I sue?
I don't know. I think you're really it's a slippery slope there, buddy. But,
yeah, I think that
I guess in this case, yes.
That comment that he made is a thing, and I hope somebody like delves a little deeper into that.
In case people are like, why do you tell me his name? His name is Hajime Tabata. Are you happy? Everyone happy now?
Oh, Hajime Tabata.
I didn't want to like destroy it, but I'm sure people are like, who is that? Yes, that's who it was. But let's stick with the Final Fantasy real quick. They're saying that when Final Fantasy 15 is released on PC next year, so the game it's not even out on PC. They are saying that it will support up to 8K resolution. Is this a thing or not a thing?
I guess. I mean,
8K, brah.
Okay, if the game's coming out next year, maybe they're just expecting 8K to be the thing. Look, no, because we haven't even embraced 4K. And I got to tell you, anything higher than HD, I think, is seriously going to start ruining things. Because what you're going to start losing is perspective. So things aren't going to look naturally like three-dimensional from the foreground, background. And with our heavy use of like, whatchamacallit, chroma key,
Oh yeah.
that high resolution is going to just separate that more and more till, seriously, I've watched movies on TVs that had such awesome resolution that I swear I was watching like B-roll footage, like edited scenes. Like the movie looked like it almost like erased every kind of special like filter that they put on it to make it look cool. And it was just like, it was horrible.
Yeah.
I also have sensitive eyes.
Aw.
They cry a lot.
Poor eyes.
All right. So yeah, no, I'm not worried about AK right now. I'd be more worried about why that game's not on PC yet.
Yes. All right. How about this? Sony. That's they make the PlayStation
and the Ericsson phone. Yes, I know.
Sony is dropping the price of PlayStation VR. Hold on. It's officially being dropped on September 1st. They're saying a new bundle featuring the PlayStation VR headset and PlayStation camera will be released next month for only $399 in the US. Is this a thing or not a thing?
Yes, this is a very good thing.
Yes.
I don't think it's going to help yet as much as they want it to get people to start getting into the VR stuff. But for people like me who are going to buy one, that helps totally. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
So it's a thing. It's a thing to you.
It's a thing. Yes.
It's a thing. Okay.
I don't know how many people have their Move stuff either. Like how
I don't know.
PlayStation Move hasn't even been relevant. And then, hey, guess what? If you do have that stuff, keep it if you're getting VR because it works perfectly.
Yep. All right. Remember the beginning of the show? I said something and you were like, "What?"
Huh?
So Microsoft is no longer making the Xbox One.
Oh, okay.
This is actually absolutely true. They are no longer making the original Xbox One.
Okay.
Oh, whew. I know. You were
I have an
worried.
Xbox One, so if they stop making them, I already got one.
Yeah, that's right. You do already have one. So yeah, maybe they'll be worth more. Like PlayStation 2s are worth. Probably not. But yes, they have stopped making the original PlayStation or Xbox. I keep saying PlayStation. The Xbox One. Is this a thing or not a thing?
No, because they have a replacement. And
two replacements. Actually, another one coming out too.
Yeah, if people remember the PlayStation 2, they did the same thing. But the only news we heard was that they're discontinuing PlayStation 2, period. They've discontinued the first version of the PlayStation when they came out with the second version of the PlayStation 2, and then the third version and the PlayStation 2 Slim, and so on and so forth. So no, it's not, because we've got the Xbox One S. And then the One X, but the One X is kind of a separate console in general. So even if that's the case, and the fact that it plays everything that Xbox One plays, they could get rid of the Xbox completely, and they can still have and keep everything. All the new people can still, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens.
All right. Okay. You watch Game of Thrones, right? No, I know you don't. Everyone's like, "Oh, Game of Thrones. We're going to talk about Game of Thrones." Well, as you know,
we're going to put it in the title.
What's that?
We're putting it in the title. We have to. The title of our podcast today has to have Game of Thrones.
Okay. All right. That's fine. So apparently, well, if you do watch Game of Thrones, you've heard that obviously the last episode of the last season just happened, and we're not, or at least you're not going to be able, because I don't watch it either. We're going to be able to see another episode for another year. People are losing their collective minds.
I thought that was the end of the whole series.
Nope. There's going to be another season, but not for another year. So people are kind of like freaking out about this. Right. Not this is actually something that was it looks like it was leaked. I checked it, and it's not there anymore. Although apparently, according to this, at is it Target? Yes, Target, the store Target online. There was a listing, no picture, just a mostly blank landing page, but except for one phrase, and it said Bethesda Game of Thrones. Is this a thing or not a thing?
It's gonna be a thing.
It's gonna be a thing. That's for sure.
But it's all right. Everybody thinks it's gonna be a game. All right. It's not gonna be a game. I mean, it's gonna be a game, but it's not gonna be a game. It's not like they're gonna release a game called Game of Thrones. All right. So first, to get something out of the way, all you people who are miserable and sad, keep in mind, I don't even watch the show. I stopped watching it when they killed the dude from Lord of the Rings in the very first few episodes. Huh?
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Okay, so they're going to make a movie. That's obvious. To fill in that time, something huge is going to come out. They're not just going to stop their cash cow for a year and risk that. Come on. Look what happened to Heroes after the strike. So, that being said, this is not going to be a game, a huge Skyrim with, game, but it's Game of Thrones. What I'm thinking it's going to be is a mod. They're so heavy into these community mods, plus they have official mods, that they would not waste their time, nor could they come up with something so fast to be a real Bethesda quality game.
I mean, I wouldn't say fast. The show has been out for a few years now.
Right, but I can't imagine them already having Skyrim. I can't even, and that's the thing too, they have Skyrim, which is the same time setting. Why would they even go after a license like that? Easy, they wouldn't. They don't need to. They're fucking Bethesda. So what they're going to do is they might make some sort of official mod. They might charge you for it or whatever, but I think it would be a Skyrim mod, which is going to change, maybe even add another few missions. Sure. Everybody's a character. Maybe it's a little island, but I think that's as far as this will go without going into a lame Telltale kind of game.
As long as Peter Dinklage is in it, I'm in.
The Dinkster. That's my thoughts, and I don't watch the show.
Well, I think we could both agree that hearing the word Bethesda before Game of Thrones sounds so much better than hearing the word Telltale before Game of Thrones.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, okay. So it could be a thing. It could definitely be a thing.
Could be a thing.
Okay. Here, let's keep this going. I love it. So apparently there's going to be a massive No Man's Sky update. It adds multiplayer, sort of, and then 30 hours of a story and so much more. Is this a thing or not a thing?
I think it's too little too late. Honestly, how long has the game been out and they're just now doing anything like this to it?
Well, this is something that we wanted from the get-go.
The multiplayer.
You know what I mean? This is something that was like, oh, I can't wait for you to see my planet, dude. I can't wait for you to see, Yeah. And no one saw anything.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if you play No Man's Sky, then I'm sure you're very happy, and I congratulate you for getting into the multiplayer aspect of gaming.
I'm gonna at least try it out because I have the game.
Well, yeah, why not?
So I'm gonna give it a go.
See how bad it is. I mean, what the hell is the problem? Like, I've seen indie games come out with multiplayer on a wider scale than these guys have.
Well, there is what they're doing is they're kind of doing like a Destiny type thing, a proximity-based voice chat. So if you're close enough, you can communicate, which is actually I do enjoy that because it's almost like the signal of your walkie-talkie or I call it a walkie-talkie, your signal of your radio and all that. I think that's actually interesting. But the only thing they say that it's going to support up to 16 players per
server.
Server. Yeah, thank you. But the only thing that's weird is you can't really see anybody. They're just orbs, like kind of floating around. Like they're not really people. I mean, I don't know.
There you go. Like, why? Why even put this out?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, at this point, the game is on sale for $24, so it's 60% off its regular price of $60. Yikes! I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
what happens if we both happen to be on the same planet in the same space? Will we never be matched up? And if the whole universe is generated randomly, then the way to better your odds would be, dude, I'm not even gonna think about it. Fucking enjoy yourself.
Yeah, right. Well, if you're listening live, actually, I think it's Jack from Candair. He just said Astroneer was better.
I actually like that game. You didn't, because that was a game I wanted to buy so we could try to do some stuff.
Yeah. For show.
Fishes.
Yup. It is. Okay, cool. So, all right. Where are we? So, man, I think that's about it. I think we wrapped it up.
Thing or not a thing. Thing or not a thing.
It's not really a thing or not a thing, but let's just say it is. This is a thing or not a thing. Apparently, this past week it was its 20th birthday. Yes, GoldenEye for the Nintendo 64. 007 was 20 years ago. It was 20 years ago. Wow. It was actually released on the 25th of August.
That's
20 years ago.
Damn.
That's a thing. I think that's a thing.
It is a thing. They should redo that game or something.
I know, right? Oh, yeah. Good call. But put all of like the different double-O's in it.
Like every single one, every single villain, make it like Overwatch.
Love it. I love it. It'd be sweet. Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, a GoldenEye, like oh dude, now you're talking. See? That's
some stuff.
I like it. All right. I got some movie news. How about that? So apparently there is going to be a new Batman movie. Are you excited about that?
I mean, I knew that.
Yeah, it's new. Does not have Ben Affleck as Batman, and it will be as Matt Reeves, the Batman. As the movie is called The Batman. He says, for example, it's intended to not be connected to the Justice League universe, but to be set a different time period and star another actor.
Right.
Do we need this? Is this something we need?
Well, no, absolutely not. No. We don't need any more Batman movies.
No, it's not, actually.
I kind of have been following this a little bit, and I am kind of on the fence. No, you know what? I'm not on the fence. I think it's going to change back and forth because Ben Affleck himself is saying, yes, I'm in it. 1 minute he's writing it, 1 minute he's not, or directing it. Now he's not in the movie, and now it's not even in the Justice League universe, which is the DC movie universe.
Right.
So now DC is gone, and they've made a universe within their universe. So now there's two movie universes. Who knows what's going to happen with the Joker and Harley Quinn movie? Those are going to be two new actors, totally new universe, brand new story. So they're diluting what they could possibly have with the Justice League.
Right. That's kind of what I was thinking too. Like,
if Ben Affleck is reprising his role as Batman in any of the Justice League movies, then that'd be good.
Well, he is.
Not for the Batman. So, well, I'm saying after this Justice League movie, as long as like the next movies still have him as Batman, like whether it's the Flash's movie, you know how Tony Stark's always Iron Man and he's in different movies and, you know, they share, then that's good for Justice League and us. That's a smart decision, but the Batman movie is going to flop because of it.
Yeah, because people are going to be kind of confused by it.
Oh, absolutely, because not only that, they have other ongoing universe stories happening in the animated universe. You know, they have Batman the Dark Knight. Now, when you watch that, it's part of it's in Justice League or in the Batman Superman movie, right? Yeah. So you got two universes hitting on the same subject, but the outcome's different. Mm-hmm. And they're really just diluting the whole DC universe. They're just selling the franchise, or I don't even know, man.
squeeze every cent they can. Just
anybody
squeeze.
who wants to make a movie about this, do it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. And
Okay, well let's stick with the same vein. Apparently, Jared Leto and Margot Robbie are set to reprise their role as the Joker and Harley Quinn, and in a new movie. Are you excited about this at all? I mean, Suicide Squad was blah at best, I think, but I really did enjoy Jared Leto's Joker.
right.
I thought it was very different from a lot of the Jokers. It actually kind of it actually, I think it's a different Joker. I don't think it's the same one we're all used to. You know what I mean? I just think it's a different person. Obviously it is, but like a totally different character.
Right.
He just happened to be called Joker. With Harley Quinn involved, Margot Robbie's incredibly sexy, so yay, that's fun. But is this something that you'd be interested in seeing, another reprise of these two?
I mean, yeah, I guess if I'm gonna watch the Joker movie, it might as well have him and her in it, so it kind of fits some sort of fucking something.
Yeah,
but if he's not the Joker in any other DC movie, that's again gonna suck for them, I guess.
Yeah.
I think he is the best Joker. I
don't know if he's the best Joker, but he's pretty good. I'm in.
I think he's the best Joker. Nicholson was like the best Joker, but Nicholson's the best 50s Joker, because the 50s Joker was an older guy, but our new age Joker is kind of younger, and I think Leto portrays our newer version of the Joker better.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say, Heath Ledger?
Yeah, right.
So I think he's the best Joker. I did not like how both of them were forced into this movie. Having a love story is retarded. Now we're going to watch this movie, and what are they going to do? Are they now anti-heroes? Are they going to make a movie about the Joker? Do they know the Joker is just a maniacal killer? And we're going to have a movie called The Joker. So are we rooting for the Joker in this movie like we rooted for the bad guys in Suicide Squad?
I don't know.
I will download that movie.
I will download that movie.
Right now.
I will not pay to watch it.
No effing way, and I will watch it by myself so that nobody else has to see it.
That's fair. No one needs to see
I don't
this
know what
movie
they
yet.
could possibly do, because I don't know. You can't make a Joker movie without Batman. So what, are we going to have a third fucking Batman? Who is the Joker's enemy besides Batman or anyone in the Justice League? They're going to make someone up. You could do that with a good guy. You could throw any bad guy with a good guy as the enemy. But with a bad guy, there's only certain good guys that they fight.
That makes sense. That's what you're saying.
So, I mean, and the good guy, to be a good movie and go against the Joker, has to be a pretty awesome good guy for us to give a shit, to be like the main boss of a bad guy fight. But who's bigger than Batman and Superman in the DC universe? We've already seen them.
They're the biggest. And like, what else do you need?
Like,
I don't know.
yeah, it'd be exciting.
It's so, DC does it weird. It's so like, okay, all right, I guess we'll just see. That's usually how it goes. I guess we'll just see. All right. Yep. You want to add something real quick there, Verlaine?
Yeah, I do actually. So we've said before how a lot of companies like Nintendo we know deep down inside they've got nothing at a certain point. Like, oh, this gaming convention thing happens, we got nothing. So what are we going to do? Let's just fucking mention a game we used to make, and if people like it, we'll make the game. Metroid, they've been doing this forever. Zelda, from when the Wii was out, they were announcing Zelda coming out. And that's what they do. They just announced Zelda and didn't make it. Before the game was even thought about, they're just, we're going to make a new one. Well, that kind of turned around a little bit, maybe not necessarily to bite them on the ass, but the people over at Crackdown 3 have delayed the game, and they have admitted that they announced it too early. And essentially, it's just they don't want to, kind of like Overwatch, they don't want to piss people off, and they don't think it's fair. They want to put out the best product, and they essentially are sorry for announcing it so early. And I think that this is great because everybody does that. We
Yeah.
saw Sea of Thieves 2 years ago, and it's only in the technical alpha right now.
Yeah, no, it's not even close.
The Xbox currently cannot even handle it right now. I guarantee you the game will not really work right on this system because you have to update the system just to play the demo, the alpha.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of companies might realize that we don't need that. We don't need them to come out and say, hey, we're making a new game. What we need is for them to do what they used to do, make the game and have that word of mouth about the game reach the reporters and the people publishing information and let them bring it out. Because once it reaches them without you forcing it into their emails or anything, then at that point, your game's kind of okay. We know it's going to happen because no reporter wants their name smeared announcing something that's not going to happen. You business people don't give a shit.
You business people.
Scalebound. Remember that game?
Oh, yeah. Kind of.
That's what happens. Fable Legends bit off way too much, way more than they could chew. Got canceled before it was out of closed alpha.
Well, dude, all you were doing were kicking chickens, dude. I would have canceled it.
At the end when they got rid of all the good stuff. But yeah, essentially that game went through a lot of changes just being in the beta, like serious changes, like gameplay changes. And at that point I realized they said they're making a Fable game and they're just like pretty much shooting the shit. Like they're just doing it as it comes along. I don't know.
All they got?
Let's just make it as we go.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Yeah,
but,
so it is going to be coming out, Crackdown. They're going to try to make it as awesome as possible. Again, one of the DLC characters, or maybe a pre-order character, is, what's his face? Doomfist. Not really Doomfist, Terry Crews.
Oh, Terry Crews, yeah.
He's actually an actual character in the game.
I'm Doomfist. Get ready to hurt.
Not that. No, not that one.
He should say that just for shits and giggles in that.
That's my favorite.
Get ready to hurt.
Get ready to hurt. Yeah. So, all right. Well, real quick. This has nothing to do with video games, but let me tell you, I'm fucking excited for it, and I think you should be too. It was already announced when it's coming out, but actually, the trailer was released today. Not meow, but then it was released. Super Troopers 2 actually just released their first trailer, and they already said it, but they saying that the movie is set to hit theaters next year on April 20th.
420.
420. So I'm pretty excited. I don't have anything else really to say about it. If you haven't seen the trailer, find it, watch it. It's awesome. I can't wait for this fucking movie. So it should be good. Yeah, I don't know. Any thoughts on it? Real quick?
I watched the movie once when it came out.
Yep.
I mean, I might watch it. I guess depends on the preview. I could see them being funnier now over time. Like if they grew with comedy. You know how comedy now is more.
But
random?
I hope it isn't like a forced thing.
No. I don't think it will be. But I think it has, because I did laugh during that movie, just not as much as I wanted to. They had other
Jack
movies.
saw it. He's all excited about
They
it.
had other movies later on that were funnier. Like Club Dread was funnier than Super Troopers, I thought. Beer Fest was funnier than Club Dread, and it's like every movie they came out after. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, but Slam and Sam is terrible.
I never saw that one.
Yeah, it was bad.
Damn, I think I have to watch that because it comes up in conversation too much.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All
right.
Yeah, but the only thing I need to say about this trailer is apparently they're in a Canadian police officer uniform. You know what those are called, right?
Mounties.
No, Mounties.
Mounties. Oh, because all right. Yeah.
I'm giving Jack credit for that. He actually said that in the chat room.
Way to go, Jack.
That's all on him. That's all on you. All right. Well, that's pretty much the show. Thank you for watching live on our channel, twitch.tv/GameFix. And of course, thanks for downloading as well. If you're not listening to it live, and that's fine. But we do this every Monday night, 8:30 on our Twitch. So you can watch it live or download it later, whenever your little heart desires. And we love giving you that option. Also, if you are in the Nashville area, make sure you use, if you are buying tickets online for Nashville Comic-Con, Wizard World Comic-Con rather, make sure you use our code, and you're going to get 10% off. It's GameFixShow, one word, and you will get 10% off your admission to Wizard World. Fun, right? Fun. Yay. So you're welcome. Verlaine, anything else you want to add?
No. I'm going to play Overwatch afterwards.
I'm probably going to play Overwatch too. Jack, play Overwatch. Let's do this.
Yeah, get
All
on,
right.
Jack. Let's play.
Yeah, jump on it.
Down to
Yeah,
win.
he asked Overwatch time. Yeah, it's Overwatch time. But before we do that, Brucey B.
Goodbye. Have a nice day. Peace.
See ya.
I love you.
Adios, turd nuggets.